The internet isn't working. 10 years ago, platforms were relentlessly cheerled by the media and liberal establishment. Facebook and Twitter were understood as a force of liberation, perhaps even a new form of politics. Social media was a new, digital public square that gave everyone a voice. And once they were all able to speak, true democracy was sure to follow. This was the era of the Arab Spring and Occupy Wall Street. Social media was going to topple dictators and remove corrupt gatekeepers. In fact, if you were skeptical of these platforms, then you were standing in the way of progress. Now, a decade later, you can't find a story about social media without the words fake news, fact checkers, and extremism. It's a complete narrative flip and a desperate attempt to regain control. Despite their emancipatory rhetoric, these platforms are the height of neoliberal ideology. To some of us, it was clear what had been going on all along. The service was free because you were the product. You're living in the worst period of capitalism in 100 years. Google promised to organize the world's information and then sold ads against it. Amazon used algorithms to reinvent the Taylorism of the 19th century. All of society's wealth has drifted upwards to a dense core of elites whose rule has become so hypocritical and self-parodying that it can barely maintain itself. When we look back at the last few years, it will be understood as a period in which important territory was lost. The old industrial ruling class felt an obligation to legitimize itself by creating public institutions that served a social good. The new platform ruling class does not share this sensibility. No universities, no museums, just ruthless extraction to cloud-based platforms without infrastructure to occupy or public space to dissent. Various factions have attempted to ride this wave. None have succeeded outside of the tech barons who steered it all along. And just like it was 10 years ago, many people now are confused about what's really going on. What the platforms want is for social movements to sow discontent and undermine the legitimacy of institutions, like universities, museums, and the state. Under the guise of eliminating gatekeepers and correcting injustices, the platforms will swoop in and privatize these failing institutions from the inside out. The library is full of books by old men, so they'll replace it with Amazon. The museum's collection is colonial, so we'll have Instagram instead. And each time they shift public wealth into private hands. No editors, no curators, just raw data and market optimization. It's no coincidence that the tool being used to attack these institutions is social media itself. A disorganized and decentralized opposition is the platform's agenda. Who is capturing the value of your activism? Who is most well-positioned to fill the void that you create? Today's political common sense has been instrumentalized as part of an infra-ruling class dispute that is shredding the social fabric, distinctions between work and life, and everything else it touches. The institutions weren't perfect, but the platforms coming up behind them are way worse. Do you know which side you're really on?